Well, Gene Deal, who I've interviewed before, and I have said some of the stuff he says is true, some of the stuff I feel has been made up. Were you there when Gene Deal was there?
No, I wasn't there when Gene. Gene was before me. Gene was in the Kim Porter, the Misa days.
Okay. But you guys have discussed Gene Deal.
Yeah.
How did those discussions go? Meaning you and Puff.
I mean, those discussions, it wasn't never just me and Puff. It was us and security, this, down the other. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, man, y'all ain't seen Gene? And in reality, we did see Gene. We all from Harlem. But Puff wasn't running around Harlem like that. So me and Paulie and them would never tell him when we seen Gene. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, yo, if y'all see Gene, I'm telling y'all, man, somebody better punch him in the face. Somebody better do something to him, man. He out here doing this, that. And we'd be like, all right.
Okay, so when was this? Because was Gene doing interviews at this point?
Yeah, we talking like 2008, 2009. Gene was spreading the word. You know, Gene was always bad-mouthing Gene.
Wait, hold on. Vlad TV started in 2008, 2009. YouTube was really early.
No, he wasn't doing YouTube and stuff. He was going around talking a lot of shit. And we all from Harlem. So he was just talking a lot of shit. And it's a small, Harlem is small.
So what was Gene Deal saying during that time? What did you hear?
He basically was talking about Puff fighting women, hitting women, shit that was going on with him and Kim. Puff being gay, you know, shit with him and Usher and shit like that. He was talking the same shit that he's talking now on a major scale, but he was spreading it around Harlem. Okay. So it was basically a thing where, yo, if y'all see that nigga, man, I'm telling y'all better hear he got hands put on him, this, that, and the other. But we seen him, you know what I'm saying? But we still living in Harlem. He's not living in Harlem. We still living there, so we're bumping to him. You know, we're bumping to him at the bank. It was a couple of times we bumped into him in the street. This, that. We ain't had no real beef with him, but we would act like it when we was around Puff because that's what he want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but Puff was never with you guys when you guys saw Gene Deal.
Nah,
so
never.
So you guys were just...
That's why we just was like, nah, we ain't seen him.
Huh.
Same thing with Mark Curry. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yo,
Mark Curry was running his mouth about Puff.
He had the book out since 2009, 2010. So I'm telling
Dancing
y'all.
with the Devil, I think.
Yeah. If y'all see him, y'all better put hands on him, this, that, and the other. When Uncle Paulie said he seen Mark, he said he seen him, he closed the door and he locked the door and everything. It was him and some other security dudes. And he asked Mark, he said, yo, why you doing this, yo? He said, man, I got to take care of my family. And Paul told him, okay, that's all I wanted to hear, yo. He ain't tell Puff about it. You know what I'm saying? But he said, yo, if you doing it to take care of your family, man, take care of your family. But this is the type of stuff that we ain't go back and tell Puff. You know what I'm saying? You know, because we know that you a piece of shit at the end of the day, to be honest with you. It's just that we need a job.